Will you give the thumbs up? Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at OPG's new Port Hope Nuclear Discovery Centre. My name is Teresa Decker, and I'm the Vice President of Nuclear Growth and Sustainability at OPG. Before we begin today's event, I'd like to respectfully acknowledge that Port Hope and the Wesleyville site are located within the shared traditional and treaty territory of the Chippewa and the Mississauga Anishinaabe, collectively known as the Williams Treaties First Nations. To acknowledge the land is to recognize and honor the connection Indigenous people and their ancestors have with it since time immemorial. And we offer our gratitude to Indigenous communities for their care and teachings about this land on which we have the privilege to live. As a company, OPG remains committed to developing positive and mutually beneficial relationships with the Indigenous nations and communities, and this includes building strong relationships with the Williams Treaties First Nations as we explore the potential for new nuclear development in this community. Thank you. I would now like to welcome the Honourable Stephen Lecce, Ontario's Minister of Energy and Mines, to share some remarks.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's amazing to be back in Port Hope. I want to, first off, give thanks to MPP David Piccini, who's been a strong advocate for this community and a great champion for the expansion of clean energy in the region. I want to thank our mayor. Thank you, Elena, for your work. I know you just returned back from some education yourself on learning how to build these nuclear expansions, right? And so we're grateful for your partnership and Council's partnership with that early support resolution. Of course, Kim from OPG. Thank you to everyone who's with us today, really, as we move forward on the clean energy expansion, the nation building we want to deliver for the people of Ontario. Look, we came here less than a year ago, and we said we want to work with the people of Port Hope, with the local First Nation, the Williams Treaty, with small business and large, to build out, leave a legacy of clean energy. A project that we're talking about, a nuclear energy project, a clean energy project, harnessing Canadian nuclear technology that can deliver 10,500 jobs and infuse $235 billion to the national economy. That is a significant lift at a time when we need to bolster Canadian technology, workers, resources, given all the challenges we face around the world. And I am honored that I stood with David, with Kim, with the mayor, with so many skilled union workers to celebrate the prospect of development of a project that truly is among the largest nation-building projects conceived in this country today. And it's all happening in Port Hope. And this project means a lot because we need the megawatts. We need to deliver that clean energy, that power, reliable baseload power as our province as economy expands. And the truth is we need, to be precise, 75% more power by 2050. That's 4.5 cities of Toronto we're going to have to add to the grid. So how do we work backwards to meet that, bridge that gap? It starts with long-term planning, important education, collaboration, and meaningful discussions with the community First Nation on the ground. And I want to thank the mayor and for her collaboration to date with OPG and for Council's work to date. I want to thank your MPP because together we've been able to move this forward, really trying to think about thoughtfully how to unlock the full economic potential of the region. And I want to thank OPG because with their work today, we're able to officially open the Port Hope Nuclear Discovery Centre. This is a space that's going to be providing hands-on learning, educational opportunities for everyone about the clean energy future that is possible, that can be unlocked. And it's going to serve as a hub for community engagement. It's going to provide a space for discussion, to listen to the best advice of the community so we get this right. And there's a variety of target audiences from Indigenous to students. Every voice is going to matter. And you're going to be in the driver's seat as we build out the clean energy economy of Canada. We're very, very grateful for the partnership. And this couldn't have been done if we didn't have the skilled workers to lead the way. And this project is vigorously supported by all the skilled workers of Ontario and by the Conference Board, the CME, the Chamber of Commerce. Everyone sees the potential of nuclear power. The world is turning back to nuclear. The renaissance is taking hold in Ontario. So we're really excited that the next 25 years under our integrated energy plan unlocks jobs, clean power, and economic potential for the country. And I think now more than ever, with the challenges from President Trump, it gives me hope that Canadian tech, Canadian workers, Canadian resources are going to lead the way and help us grow and keep our kids employed in the communities they were raised. So I'm very, very honored to be here, part of another announcement of progress on the nuclear front. And I'm just grateful that this already authorized space for energy expansion is going to be used to create jobs. And close to home in Port Hope, it's 1,700 jobs. And I know David and the mayor would want me to emphasize the local benefits for the region. And so we see this as a win-win-win for everyone involved. So I just want to say thank you for being a part of this. Thank you to the mayor and to your MPP, to David, for their incredible leadership and voice. And thank you most particularly to OPG, because they are doing the work on the ground. And with that, would you welcome Kim Lariston, who's the Senior VP of Enterprise Strategy and Growth, so we can get this open on track for this Tuesday. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you, Minister Lecce, for your leadership. We appreciate you and the province for your ongoing support of OPG's projects and for championing nuclear energy here at home and around the world. We look forward to celebrating other milestones here and at our Darlington and Pickering sites. Today, we're proud to mark the unveiling of our new Nuclear Discovery Centre right here in Port Hope, a place where people are welcomed to engage with our team, have their questions answered, and just talk to us about their hopes for the future of the community. While it's still early days, we're committed to continuing to work with the Municipality of Port Hope and the Williams Treaties First Nations to explore the potential at Wesleyville, to diligently assess the site, to find the right technology for it, and to explore the economic possibilities together. We've come a long way over the past 50 years. Through our ingenuity and pioneering effort, Ontario established one of the world's safest and best operating nuclear fleets. Driven by our people, we continue to be a world leader in the execution of big, complex nuclear projects. And millions are benefiting from the production of medical and industrial isotopes harvested from our reactors. Today, we are again at the cusp of great things as we plan for new nuclear's next generation. Thank you, and I would now like to welcome MPP Piccini to share some remarks.
Thank you very much, Kim. Thank you to everyone who joined us here today. I first want to start off by saying a big thank you to Minister Lecce for his leadership, for making it a priority to come down to our community, to listen to our local community as articulated through the great work of Mayor and Council, and to the incredible team here at OPG who are listening and meeting people where they're at. And I'll go on to say a little more on that in my remarks, but I just want to say thank you all for being here, and to everyone else who's joined us here today. This is an exciting time. Minister Lecce talked about nation building. I can't help but reflect back to my grandfather's story when he immigrated to Canada. He was a steel worker, part of a generation that very much felt a stake in building a better Canada. And that's where we're on the forefront today. We've seen a lot. From a global pandemic to a very aggressive President Trump south of the border, whose tariff threats are having a very real impact on the lives of workers and families across our country, especially in our automotive and steel sectors. But what can we do to respond? Well, we've seen incredible collaboration at all levels of government, putting aside political stripes to dream big. And that dreaming is happening right here in Port Hope. And I couldn't be more thrilled as a local member to see this taking place. We know, you heard from Minister Lecce, over 1,700 jobs. This will raise take-home pay. Folks in Port Hope deserve better pay, and they're going to get that thanks to this announcement. It's going to increase our GDP by billions to our economy. But what does that mean, the billions? Behind every billion is a story. It's a story of a husband, a story of a wife. It's a story of the UA pipe fitter, steam fitter I just met the other day. It's a story of Josh and the team at Carpenters Local, Ricardo, the team at Leuna Local, whom I've spoken with, all of whom are training up the next generation of workers who are going to support this incredible project. And behind everyone is a friend, a neighbor, a family member who will be on the forefront of clean energy. Our national security as a nation depends on our ability to produce clean electricity, not just for our own consumption, as you heard the incredible need, but to export globally. And I'm proud that under Minister Lecce's leadership, we're thinking bold. Canada's standing on a world stage, and we are second to no one when it comes to this. So in closing, we need to look back at OPG's track record, on time, on budget, ahead of schedule in many respects, thanks to the world-class work of Ontario Canadian building trades, who are forecasting already today the labor market needs that we're going to need. The training starts today, folks. You'll go in and you'll see the timeline. We have to start training a next generation today if they're going to join the ranks of a cleaner, more sustainable future. Thank you all for being here today, and it's my great honor to turn things over to an incredible local champion, our Mayor, Mayor Elena Hankivsky. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you for all of you for joining us here today in beautiful Port Hope. I'd like to personally welcome Minister Lecce back to Port Hope. Minister, we are thrilled that you have joined us again to mark this occasion, and of course, welcome to our MPP, David Piccini, who is our local champion for all things Port Hope and all things Northumberland County. So today we're taking an important step in advancing our community's engagement with nuclear science and technology. The opening of the OPG Nuclear Discovery Centre here is the beginning of a new chapter in our continuing dialogue about energy and innovation. This centre is designed to be an important resource for our residents. It offers everybody an opportunity to come and have discussions, to engage, to learn, and ask those really important questions to better understand our nuclear future. In Port Hope, we know that meaningful progress happens when information is shared openly and community voices are heard. This centre gives us a place to explore complex questions together, not only about technology, but also about how this centre and nuclear aligns with our shared values, the environment, and aspirations for the future. Our partnership with OPG is pivotal as we look towards future initiatives and developments at Wesleyville. These discussions reflect our commitment to sustainable growth, innovation in our region's environment, and energy future. OPG has shown us a strong commitment to building meaningful relationships with host communities, with neighbours, and surrounding Indigenous nations. The opening of the centre reaffirms their dedication to fostering these partnerships, grounded in dialogue, information sharing, and importantly, trust. This centre positions Port Hope as an important player in the realm of nuclear education and sustainable energy exploration. It's also going to inspire our community to be part of this evolving story as informed stewards. We recognize that dialogue must continue with OPG and the province to ensure that Port Hope can be an effective partner in the sustainable future for Ontario and indeed all of Canada. And as the Minister noted, I had a recent visit to Hinkley Point C in the UK. It's a 3,200 megawatt project currently under construction. And that experience for me really underscores how critical it is for Port Hope not only to have educational resources such as this Discovery Centre, but other supports in place that are essential to building a foundation, a solid foundation for growth readiness. Thank you to everyone who's played a role in bringing the OPG Discovery Centre to Port Hope. Your efforts remind us of what we can achieve through collaboration and vision. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and thank you to all the speakers this morning. My name is Neil Kelly. I'm the Director of Media and Public Affairs for OPG. My role this morning here is to conclude this event, but before I do, I would like to invite everybody that's here to come into the Discovery Centre to visit it. The doors are open.